Yeah, so shit. Like we were saying, it was hot as balls this whole weekend, man.
And since we've been working on trying to get this podcast recording for the last 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Now we got 15 minutes less time of the cool air that was in here.
So let's say the intro real fast. It's the Faculty Lounge Podcast, episode 11. John J over here.
Elton Scott right here.
Hey, we got a lot to talk about.
I can't believe we made it to 11 episodes already.
I can't believe it either. All right. Okay. So look, right? Beyond the fact that everybody knows it's hot as hell, and I hope you staying cool. I hope you went to the beach if you wasn't, or the mall or something, somewhere you can be cool for free.
Yeah.
Because everybody ain't got AC, man, and shit. It was hard. Well, it's still hard out here. But you know how I stay cool?
How do you stay cool?
I stay cool by listening to Drake. Scorpion.
I was going to say smooth jazz, but yeah.
No, man. Scorpion is smooth jazz, hip hop, bounce, Caribbean, easy listening, R&B, all of that wrapped in one, man. Pop, and I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed and very excited, man.
Hey, man.
Never was a big Drake guy. Like, when he first came out and was straight rapping, that was cool, but...
Yeah. You know, Drake has always been for, the people who didn't have a voice in the hip-hop game. You figure he came from Degrassi.
And from Canada.
Yeah. Well, I mean, great things come from Canada.
Like
from
cannabis.
From the great up north. Cannabis
and Drake, man. Hey.
Can I bust?
Hey, Canada has got a pretty good track record, I guess.
You can't forget about the Biebs. He
did come from Canada. What the fuck?
He Canadian. Who else Canadian? Nelly Furtado.
So it's like the top two of the top 5 male music entertainers are from Canada.
Can't forget about Celine Dion.
Oh, man. America, we got to get it together, man.
Yeah, we do.
We got to get it together.
Mexico, y'all got to get it together, too. We need some more Selenas.
Man, look, speaking of Mexico.
Well, she was American. That's crazy. So everybody comes from the land above. Like, Selena went to Mexico and went hard. Didn't talk no Spanish. And was out there singing songs.
And we are under, man. We are under. So, you listen to the album?
I heard it.
All right. You got any initial thoughts? Just a little something that you could give us?
I mean, this is Drake. I mean, he had the one song that I was waiting for. Like, every Drake album has that one song that I'm waiting for.
Right.
So I could just skip it.
I feel like you're being harsh, man. Like you.
No, I mean, it's Drake. Like, there's a lot of music out there.
Yeah.
And he falls in there somewhere, I haven't really got a chance to, or I haven't had the want either, though, to like sit down and listen to it. This morning I had the urge to listen to some Redman.
Yeah. But not Drake at all.
Not Drake, nah.
So, all right, I think this is why I'm so excited, because I woke up Friday morning, Google sent me a notification, Drake has a new album. Boom, I get in the car on my way to work, I cut on Scorpion on Google Play. I'm like blown away, because it's like you just coming out of the whole Pusha T thing. Then Good Music came in with, what was it? They 5-week run of putting out music. Like, he did his Master P No Limit thing. Right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, all right, so they saying that Drake got his back against the ropes, so what could he do? And this man put out a double disc. A good double disc. A R&B and hip hop. Oh, and to answer your question, you was asking about why these artists are putting out the numbers of songs that they are. Mm-hmm. Drake made this a double album because that fulfilled his requirement for Cash Money.
Oh,
so now he done with Baby altogether.
He said that.
Yeah.
He said in the hotel room playing D'Angelo's How Does It Feel?
How does it feel? Yeah, man. But he earned it, man. He earned it. I really enjoy listening to this thing.
How did he do it? Oh, he's Jewish.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, how did he skate past Lil Wayne financially and get out of a Cash Money deal and walk away with, still he's damn near $100 millionaire. Or something like that.
I never thought about it like that. Like, he has such a greater upswing than Lil Wayne did.
Yeah.
And Lil Wayne has been in Cash Money his whole career.
And he's still fighting to get money. Well, he just got this. He
just got the money. But what I don't know about the Lil Wayne thing is he still under contract?
Yeah.
Because I know he got paid, his back pay, but is he still a cash money artist? If he is, man, I think that speaks volumes.
Yeah.
Because it's like Drake did his work and got owned, and Wayne is still there and doesn't want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man. That's the difference between being born in the ghetto in New Orleans and being born in a not so nice neighborhood in Toronto.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That's so American.
And it's also about, the conversation that goes on at the dinner table and what your parents show you.
See, man, you been running back to the dinner table, man.
Hey, man, you got to eat. You got to eat.
Hey, I feel like you got me doing a lot of shutting up this episode. You do got to eat, man.
You got to eat, man.
You got to eat.
Physically, spiritually. Yeah, man.
Hey, man, you just hitting it on all cylinders already, man. Do some more philosophizing for me, man.
Yeah, man. I just feel like, what happens at home, what you show your kids is what they grow up to be, And if you got your kids in front of a TV screen, how my son personally learned his alphabets and his numbers and his colors.
Hey, know a lot. Knows a lot.
He knows a lot based off of YouTube.
Yeah.
Everything he knows is off YouTube. All the truths he knows are coming off of YouTube,
But it's about what he's looking at on YouTube, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now some people aren't as responsible with what the kids are watching.
Yeah, boy.
So they got them watching the news, or they got them watching CSI. People are getting killed and hopping out of morgue bags,
watching court videos, and
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
and the youth in rebellion.
Yeah, man. You really have to be careful what you take in and how it affects you, because I feel like everybody. So the people around you are. So we try to impress people every day, but there's people closer to us than the people that we try to impress every day,
right?
That are affected more by our actions than the people we're trying to impress.
Yeah. I always had that little thing where it's like you don't know how you affecting everybody around you. Everybody is affected by you. You'll never know how.
Yeah.
Like everybody, like us doing this podcast may not affect somebody that's subscribed to us, but it might affect the conversation that they have with somebody else.
Yeah.
And then that's just like the circle of life. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope.
man.
So what do you think went on at that dinner table that led us to this dude that you just finesse on Birdman and get up out of there? That didn't happen in Lil Wayne's house.
Man, just a lot.
He grew up at Baby's dinner table.
Yeah.
Damn.
And that's the thing. Is he still legally Baby's adopted son?
He was? I didn't know he ever was.
Yeah.
Really?
That's why they was kissing on the mouth and shit. Yeah.
I didn't.
Like, he was legally adopted by Baby when he was like 12 or 13 years old.
That's his documentation says that you're my child.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. That actually happened.
Dang. So is Birdman, like, in a sense, Joe Jackson to Lil Wayne?
Damn. R.I.P. Joe.
R.I.P. to Joe Jackson.
I hope they don't go out like that. Are you comparing Lil Wayne to Michael Jackson?
I mean, we see some undertones. I would never fucking do that. Come on, man. I ain't stupid. Kind of idiot you think I am? You gonna get me to incriminate myself on camera? Hell no. Lil Wayne is Dwayne Michael Carter, and Baby is Brian Baby Williams. That's where it stops. There is no Jackson connection. It's just that he was his father and he was his father. All right, that's where the parallels are over with. See, you trying to be clever today, man.
R.I.P. to Joe.
R.I.P. to Joe Jackson.
Right outside
man.
the Chicago very zone.
You know, I remember. I don't know if you've seen the movie before. It was the VH1 movie. Before they stopped making propellers? Nah, before they stopped making provocative content. Provoking content. That's the word I was looking for. They put out the Jackson's The American Dream movie. Did you ever see it?
Nope.
Oh, man. Shout out to Jason Weaver. Jason Weaver played, what was it? Preteen Michael. Yeah. This came out in like the 90s. Like, late 90s.
Maybe I have.
Where they made Joe Jackson just look like he was this evil monster.
Yeah.
Like the whole
he couldn't
movie.
have been that bad of a person.
Look. You have an
He
African
raised really good men.
Yeah, you have an African American father. Wait, what was it, like 7 kids?
Yeah.
They all live together. They all know their dad. The father taught them how to do things, showed them how to make some money, and they're all rich.
Yeah.
Like,
of course he's a villain.
That's right.
In America.
Right. Yeah, because he stuck with his family and raised his kids to be great. That makes you a villain.
And he's a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah. True. So
that's a triple minority.
Yeah. I seen that movie, man. I remember watching it as a little kid, Joe, and it was like Joe Jackson was like a super villain.
Yeah.
Like, man, motherfuckers was really like, oh my God, he did that to them? Like,
I feel like you have to be a super villain, and your kids have to be your minions. That's the way to keep them in line.
Right.
Like, because once they get out of line, they're out of line.
Right.
And what's outside of the lines? Police.
Yeah.
It's
blue outside of the line.
Yeah. So that's why you have to keep your kids in line. Mm-hmm. You don't have to keep your kids in line because you're a bad parent and you just don't care about them. That's not why you keep your kids in line. You keep your kids in line so they don't get out of line.
Yeah. You want them to stay alive and out of jail.
I mean, it's the same reason why you get your wheels aligned.
Yeah.
You want your car to go straight.
These analogies, man.
Yeah, man. That's why you tell people to stay in their lane. That's why you're successful for staying in your lane because you stay.
I think Joe Jackson was a great example of successful fatherhood. Like what's his face? LeVar Ball, man.
Yeah, I mean, because
they tried to turn him into a supervillain.
So think about the other guys who act like this. In my mind, it's the guys at training camp, at basic training camp. And by that time, you're 18 years old. You've already fucked up or you've already decided that you're going to the military. Uh-huh. And then when you get there, the discipline that LeVar Ball or Joe Jackson was showing his kids early in life, you get it all in weeks. Shut up. Push-ups.
Right.
Everybody.
I'm going to be so horrible. I have to be an actual supervillain. Because you didn't have one to keep you inside the lines.
Yeah.
Right.
So when you get here, the basic training.
Yeah.
We become, that's the supervillain that we should all had a little bit of growing up. Yeah. Instead of all at once.
You had a supervillain? I mean, I don't know. Like, you should have a supervillain. Like,
I had a supervillain.
My grandma. Yeah.
My grandma was a supervillain.
I meant like a male supervillain.
Oh no, a supervillain don't got to be a male.
No, I just wanted to know specifically, was there a male in your life that, if not even to a great degree, had that effect on you in some kind of way?
See, my uncle was Joe Campbell. It was the 80s, you drive through, 80s and 90s, you drive through Chicago, you see a Joe Campbell advertisement.
Yes,
He's sitting in front of the pyramid. So he in fucking
with a suit and some shades and a cigarette.
Or he in the Bahamas, or he doing stuff. He's doing all the cool stuff, pulling up with pistachios in the car. Oh, it's summertime, I got a 3-pound bag of cherries. Yeah. He's finna just live this good life, So he was like the movie star, Mr. Hollywood, you know. But then at home, I had grandma.
Oh, yeah.
And she was,
Rest in peace to grandma, man.
Yeah, rest in peace to abuelita.
Man. Yeah, I remember when I met your grandma, man. It's like, that was what I wasn't getting at home. Like, this was a whole new foreign style of something. Straight from the Dominican Republic that I ain't never heard of. Like, real. I think she said, like, foil paper was like a privilege or something. Like,
it was a luxury.
Yeah, it's a luxury. Like, yeah, that's the kind of stuff that supervillains do. You like ice cream, but we don't eat no damn ice cream in this house.
You want ice cream? You better go make some money for making some damn ice. Oh man, talking about making money for ice cream.
Yep.
You heard about the newest one, man?
No, I didn't. I saw it, but I didn't hear about it. What was the new one?
The little boy was cutting his neighbor's grass to make some money.
Right, I saw the thumbnail. I didn't watch the video.
Yeah, either 8 years old or 12 years old. No, the 8-year-old was a girl. The 12-year-old, this boy was out there with his own tools, with permission, cutting his neighbor's grass for money.
That's what.
And she called the police to make him stop cutting the grass.
Was it her grass?
Nah. She ain't had nothing to do with it.
Where do you know where this
was in
took
Ohio.
place?
Yeah, because I saw the news coverage of it, and the newscasters was giggling and laughing.
Man,
like,
yeah.
Hold on, try to keep up with me. And then I didn't finish watching the whole thing, but I think she got in trouble.
This shit is getting hilarious.
She got in trouble for calling the cops on a kid cutting grass.
Like it's like you, it's bad to the point where it's funny.
So you don't want the Mexicans here at all, but you don't want the young black people cutting the grass. Yeah. But you're not gonna cut your own grass.
Yeah.
But you're gonna call the cops to come give your neighbor a ticket because their grass is too long.
So you wanna stop the boy from making money, waste the time of the police, not take care of your own shit, and fuck with your neighbor and get them a ticket.
Yeah.
Where the hell are these people? They need to just put all of them on an island to see what happens.
You know, so
permit patty and the like.
I used to smoke weed and sit on my bed and think about the world. And the one thing that I can never wrap my mind around was the fact that I'm sitting here on this bed right now. And nobody knows that I'm here. But everybody's doing something. You know, the bus driver is still driving the bus. That person on the plane is still on that plane in the air. Like my sister's probably in her room writing a paper. Eddie's doing something, you know, and
right,
like
the Cubs are playing baseball.
Yeah. You know, Derrick Rose is rubbing his knee.
Giordano's rubbing his knee.
Like everything, like so when you see these things, you think, oh man, this is probably just a mild asshole on a regular basis that's having a really bad day today.
Yeah.
So they taking it out to the fullest extent. Like the girl at Starbucks probably gave him the wrong coffee, which in turn got him to work 15 minutes late, which in turn got him yelled at by the boss, which in turn got him, you know, just all this stuff wraps up. And then Saturday comes and you just trying to decompress from this whole horrible week of yours.
Yeah.
And shit, this fucking black boy is out there cutting the fucking grass.
And the fucking grass on my fucking block on my Saturday.
You know, like, but I understand how you could get that angry.
But not at kids, though.
No. But it would have to be like at a specific situation or a specific person. You know, but that's the thing about this whole inclusion society, and you got to be careful what you say to people, and you got to be nice. Is that people are too scared to confront their bullies,
and it just
they have all this.
It's just built up. It's building and building
and they just start shooting in random directions at random people. And random people are getting hurt from you being scared to step up to your bullies.
To express yourself.
Yeah. You know, like...
That's why bullies have to stay.
It goes from, oh man, that person's getting bullied, I don't like that. To, oh man, I feel like I'm getting bullied too. Like, but... if you really look at it, you were never getting bullied in the first place.
Yep.
You know? But now you done took on somebody else's problem and they're getting bullied. So now you feel bullied and you got a problem with the bullies. And low-key, it turns you into a bully. Like, you're so worried about these people's problems and this subcategory of this subcategory that when you just get fully fed up, it spews.
You're going to explode on every subgroup that ain't this bullied subgroup or this bullied subgroup. Yeah. It's like the stop a bully culture is creating more bullies to bully the people that shouldn't be. Yeah.
It's like, stop bullying these people. Go bully those people.
Right. That's it. Yeah, that's part of the problem with pretty much everything that we see that's hitting the news. It's like when it's inclusion. And you can express yourself, but you have to express yourself like this.
Yeah.
Because if you express yourself in a way like this, you're a bully, and we have to bully you out.
Yeah. Because you're a bully, we're going to bully you out because we're non-bullies.
Right. We're the non-bully bullies.
Like, so since you have that knife and you're walking around, I'm going to stab you to get that knife out of your hand. With this knife that I have in my hand, because you're a stabber.
Dang, I think you just explained the whole, like you explained the police department, man. That's crazy. You just, yep. Like, man, we're against guns in the community, so we're gonna bring our guns in the community and shoot the dudes with guns in the community. Hey, you just did that, son. Wow,
man, that's good stuff.
Yeah. So how do we? So what are your final thoughts about this? What's happening with these people taking out the acceptance and bully culture on these kids? Like, is it a black-white thing? Is it a people suck sometimes thing?
So,
because I try to lean away from situations being racist as much as possible, because that's a narrative that they want us to play into.
And that's the thing. Like this, so you have,
like, it don't have to be racist every time.
I mean, you got the epidemic of the young white men is doing mass shootings.
Yeah.
And then now you have the epidemic of the middle-aged white woman calling cops on young kids. You know? Like, it's an epidemic. I don't understand why it's going on, but it's definitely a certain group of people doing it to a certain group of people.
So, when I see stuff like this, you know what it makes me think about?
And they mostly have on blue shirts on video.
It is warm outside. It's spring and summertime.
No, I mean they got like the water lady had on a blue
like the police wear blue shirts.
You know what I'm saying? Well, no. It's like a running shirt, you know. But they were both blue. Patty, Permit Patty
and the other lady.
Yeah.
All
But so we got here from. Let's just clarify everything. We got here from Joe Jackson, R.I.P.
Rest in peace to Joe Jackson, man.
Just the supervillain that Joe Jackson and LeVar Ball had to be for their children to be successful in America.
Right. It started from keeping your kids inside the lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we went from there. Yeah, exactly. And that's crazy that the blue that is outside of the lines is seeping into the lines now. Like, these are kids selling water to go to Disneyland, cutting grass to probably get school supplies, and put some name brand cereal in the pantry. You know, the stuff that your mama ain't gonna buy you that she told you to go out and buy yourself.
Or to buy a microphone to record themselves talking or rapping or something.
You know, like, now you're in danger even when you're in line. Like,
so I had a real interesting thing I just wanted to say. So you were talking about how you would sit on your bed inside of your room, right? And you sitting in here and the whole world is going on outside of here.
Yeah.
So when I see these instances of black kids being harassed by people that's calling the police on them for doing regular things that kids should be doing, you know what it makes me think about? It makes me think about, when's the last time you seen a news story of somebody getting dragged off an airplane?
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's been a very long time. And but at one point,
pretty sure that's still happening.
It's still happening. So at some point, there's a reason for why we seeing the things that we seeing. Like,
so I just saw a headline that said that going back after the third or fourth time Permit Patty happened.
Yeah.
That that there's been like 3,000 calls to 911 about like little petty stuff like this in New York City alone since like 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
So this has been happening.
Yeah. Why now though? Why now? Why at this climate? And who's making that decision?
Yeah, man. So, all right, let's get real conspiracy theory.
You want to get sketchy? Let's get sketchy.
How? Let's say that there is a hidden agenda. How does the information trickle down from the New World Order all the way down to the media outlets that are, the guys in front of the camera saying the words.
I think it's surprisingly organic, man.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, because it's yin and yang. Like, you gotta have this, for lack of a better term, evil force.
See, because, you hear about the secret meeting that the real powerful people in the world
Oh, it's definitely those
have,
going on. You seen that video of how the newscasts are all the same?
Yeah,
like the global news script.
Yeah,
that's just
but
a
that's
part
what
of
I'm
that.
saying.
Yeah.
Like, how do they go from that secret meeting to the newscast being all the same?
Because it's a global minister of news and information. Like, this propaganda is basically running the world right now.
But who says, okay, it's mass shooting season. Okay, it's permit patty season. Okay, it's pull people off plane season. Okay, it's,
I don't know, but I bet it's somebody that's had 11 heart transplants. Yeah.
You brought the 11 heart transplants back for episode 11.
Yeah. Only the real niggas know where that came from. No, but yeah, it's probably like, somebody in a wealthy family, like a Rockefeller.
A Walton.
Or a freaking, like Big Pharma. It could be anybody. Like, all of it is connected.
See, because it's all connected. Like, the same companies that sell you the anti-heartburn medicine, sell you the Flaming Hots that give you the heartburn.
Yep.
Sell you the Minute Maid lemonade that gives you the heartburn. Yep. And all the preservatives and stuff. But they make the preservatives. They make the medicine to cure you from the shit that you're going to get from the preservatives. And they sell it to you. And then they advertise it on TV in the middle of the fear. So school shootings now trigger a want for Doritos.
Possibly.
Or
it's mind control.
Permit patty now makes you want a Mountain Dew.
We talked about this on the last episode. That predictive programming.
Yeah.
It all ties in together. Who knows why we see what we see on this box?
Man,
they made it so you got a box everywhere.
Hey, y'all should do y'all research. That seems like something I want to find out. I don't want to do all the research, but I would like to read an article on it. To see if certain products sell more during certain tragedies. Like, do hurricanes make you buy more? Do Dodge sales go up instead of Ford sales?
I mean, we see that. We seen it like, bam, look when carjackings was the thing.
Yeah.
And every week it was a carjacking. I bet the club sales went through the roof. You remember the club that you put on your steering wheel?
Yeah. But see, I'm not talking about something that's
you talking about something that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Like, do you buy more Kool-Aid when the hurricane happened or something like that? I wouldn't doubt it if it's able to make some money.
Do you buy more Doritos when there's more carjackings? Do you buy more Starbucks when there's more girls go missing in Chicago? Man, I went to the beach yesterday, man. Shame on you, lady.
What happened at the beach? What lady?
So, it's a black woman and a white man walking around with this little brown baby, right?
Okay.
So at first I'm like,
color lines.
That makes sense. That could happen.
Yeah.
Not like Liam Gallagher. Like, this could actually happen.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at my girl. She look up, and dude's like, "Hey, do you see her? Do you see her?" And then the black lady's like, "Is she over there? Is she over there?" And then I soon realized this is a missing 6-year-old child at a beach full of people.
Get the hell out of here.
You know what I'm saying? So they right by us. They walk like 5 feet in front of us. Walk like 7 feet to the left. Out of nowhere, this Middle Eastern lady comes running down the beach, full garb on, headscarf and everything. Oh, my baby, my baby.
Oh my God.
Like, bitch, how the fuck did this happen?
Yeah.
Shame on you.
Oh, they thought they had them. They thought they was finna do an Angelina Jolie.
This is motherfucking. Yeah. This is
where the missing kids are going.
This is 2018 Chicago. Like, you saw it on the news 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
That if you take your kid to the beach, especially a young lady, take your baby girl to the beach, make sure she doesn't get lost.
Yep. We see it all the time.
I mean, the beach was packed though. I mean, it was 105 degrees outside yesterday. Like, the beach was packed. But still, it doesn't. I didn't lose my son.
I mean, it happens. It happens, man. I think that And you said something, I don't know who you saying shame on. Are you saying shame on the lady for having the kid, or you saying shame on the mother for losing the kid?
Shame on the mother for losing the kid in Chicago 2018 when they know little girls are coming up missing.
So how come this lady is walking around with the kid instead of on her phone waiting for the authorities to come?
No. I mean, they're walking around looking for the parents. Shouts out to the people because they didn't look like they were together at all. You know, it just seemed like this was a white dude.
They were there trying to find the parent.
He was just a white dude at the beach with his family. And she was a black lady at the beach with her family. And it seemed like the white dude had the kid first. And then the black lady was like, okay, well, I'm going to walk with you to make sure that, you know, nothing happens. You know, and then they finally found the mother. But both of their faces was just like,
Well, yeah. Thank God for that, man. Because
once a situation like that falls into your lap, you know me, I'm very picky about my responsibilities.
Yeah, you don't have many out here. They try to make it seem like you're responsible for any and all, but
like I'm not gonna put a friend on a cell phone plan, or you know, like let you use like something that you need a password that you can do in-store purchases that are directly connected to my credit card.
Yeah, I won't let anybody see my phone.
Or I'm not gonna
not at all.
You know, I'm not gonna cash a check in my bank account knowing that it might not clear till tomorrow, but then you need the money today, and then you know, like no, it's certain responsibilities that you know I'm just not gonna take on.
Right.
You know, so
when you see a missing kid,
when something like that happens, you're stuck in that responsibility until it's clear. Either until the mother finds you or the cops come, and then you probably still got to be there with the cops and answer questions. And, you know, so, I mean, I understood the sigh of relief on their face when they found the mother, like, yes, reunited the kid.
Finally, I can go back about my day.
I can go back to my beautiful day at the beach now.
Yeah, because that's tough. You know? Like, you have a life here.
Yeah.
That you are making yourself responsible for in this moment.
Man. But you have to do it. Like there's no backing out of that. Like you're in that situation.
Yeah, you can't turn your back on a situation like that. Because if Freaky Jason get the kid.
Yeah. And you saw that kid's face before Freaky Jason got him, then you're gonna know. You're gonna know that's the kid when you see him.
It's not enough to call the police when you see Freaky Jason grab the kid.
Yeah.
We got to be proactive with situations like that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So off that.
Yeah, man.
So you know that the Fed still got the DEA. They still got marijuana classified as Schedule 1, right?
All right, man. So explain to me one more time because I forgot, and everybody else who might not know exactly what a Schedule 1, Schedule 2, Schedule 3 is.
All right. Now, I wouldn't say quote me 100%, but I'm pretty sure I got this right. So a Schedule 1 drug is a narcotic that does not have medicinal properties.
Right.
And a Schedule 2 drug is a narcotic that also has medicinal properties.
All right.
So the DEA has marijuana classed as Schedule 1, right? All right. But the FDA just patented a medication that uses CBD to treat seizures. But marijuana is still Schedule 1 narcotic.
But I mean, isn't a coca leaf like? Don't they make tea out of coca leaves?
Yeah, I don't think cocaine is Schedule 1 though.
And then when you whatchamacallit?
Wait, I don't know. I know heroin is Schedule 1.
You smash it up and you make it a powder and do all that. Then it becomes cocaine.
Hey, look up Schedule 1 drugs. I want to see. Yeah, but that just shows that it's something in the Kool-Aid, man, because we all already knew that marijuana was a medicine, right? Now, the FDA is saying it's a medicine, but the DEA is saying, nah, it's still Schedule 1. We're going to destroy your life if we catch you with this shit. It's whole countries legalizing it.
Yeah.
What is the holdout in America? Do we feel like we just too good to just... Are we bad if we legalize it across the board?
So,
like, are we no longer the example for the world?
So I was watching some crazy time traveler stuff, and I was watching this video of this dude that was born in 2043.
I seen them damn videos before.
And
man.
he became a time traveler in the year 2075.
Right.
And he basically say 500 years from now, the world's going to be totally fucked up and polluted because of global warming and people just not stopping global warming.
Right.
Even though we can stop global warming, we still enjoy a dollar Coke from McDonald's in a plastic cup.
Right.
Because it's fast and it's there, you know. But that plastic cup is going to be here in 500 years still. After your grandchildren are gone, that plastic cup is still going to be here.
Right.
You know? Like, but then a couple years after that, he went further into the future, and it was lush green, and the people were smart, and there was all this other stuff going on. So I say all of that to say the companies, the powers that be, the corporations are spending money to make sure that they keep making money. Like, so they started off with somebody's grandmother's recipe.
Right.
You know, you cut the tortilla in 4 pieces and you fry it, then you put the little cheese powder on top and you make Doritos. You know? From there, that company gets bought out. So the people who created this product with natural love.
It's like the McDonald's effect.
Yeah, they get bought out. They started off with $12 in the kitchen, and big corporation comes by and says, hey, we'll give you $17 million for your idea. And you can never make another chip again. You know, but we'll give you $17 million. You walk away right now. So they're like, yes, we just did it. We sold our company for $17 million.
Right.
Now,
mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. They got what they wanted. Now, this is where the fuckery starts. Because now we got to figure out how we're going to make these chips cheaper. So we're going to put our corn in here because we already have cornfields. We're going to put our cheese in here because we already have dairy farms. You know, and the same bullshit that's in our corn is going to be in these chips now. You know, but instead of them paying 75 cents a bag to make these chips to sell them to you for $2, we're paying 12 cents a bag to make these chips to sell them to you for 75 cents. You know?
Ah, man, when you put it like that, that's like,
But it was never, anything that comes into existence doesn't come into existence with the intention of being evil.
Right.
You know, it's once you made it and it's a thing and you sell it off and you have no power over it, it's in the hands of somebody who doesn't have love for it. You know, and it's just a money making.
So wait, are you saying that the DEA is doing a service by keeping marijuana Schedule 1?
No, I'm saying, yeah, they're doing a service to somebody, to the big corporations or somebody.
Right.
Like somebody is being served by marijuana not being legal. Big Pharma, number one.
See, that's what I don't understand, because I would think that it would be more economical for them to just grow reefer.
Who though? The people who
these companies that's making
the company that
Klonopin and shit.
The company that made $17 million since we started talking.
Yeah.
That company?
Hell yeah.
You think they're gonna stop making $17 million an hour to grow weed that everybody can find a seed and just grow on their own? I mean, yeah, I understand it takes time and love to grow your own tomatoes and cucumbers, and the salad tastes exactly like the one that you buy from Jules. But you don't have to go out and buy so much salad from Jules if you can make your own.
True.
Like, but as long as weed is Schedule 1, the prescription drug commercials are not going to stop, you know? And they're all tied. Everything is tied in, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I keep trying to tie stuff in. Like,
right.
Like the drugs.
Nah, I see what you're doing.
Like the drugs tie into the media, which ties into the fear. Like, so you're worried about carjackings and school shootings and girls missing, and you know what I'm saying? Then you're sad because you see little kids trying to make it for themselves and grown-ups knocking them down, and then you're hungry because you saw this McDonald's commercial and you ate the McDonald's, and half an hour later it's just full of sodium, so it made you thirsty. So now you're really hungry.
And you go to get a ice cold Coca-Cola,
you know, which is only going to make you even thirstier.
You know, I think it might be an interesting correlation about the health of people and how much they watch TV.
Yeah.
Like, productive people don't watch much television.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, they watch at least one podcast a week, The Faculty Lounge. all the way through.
Man, all right, so back to the dope.
Yeah, man. So it's just like everything else. Like they know that it's gonna cause problems, and they have the solution to the problems. You know, but they're not gonna stop making money to say.
So this article says investors may want to approach marijuana stocks with cautious optimism, because the name of the drug is Epidiolex.
Epidiolex.
That's the seizure medication.
With epilepsy?
Yeah, that's the epilepsy medication.
Epidiolex.
And it's like what happened is it got so good, like it's undeniable the power of CBD to stop epilepsy, and they call it a tough to treat community.
You know, and man, speaking of medicine, the one thing that I hate about these medicines is the fact that studies show. You know? Studies show.
Yeah.
Like with this, I'm pretty sure with this, they're gonna say studies prove.
Right.
But for most,
I never thought about this is actually fixing something.
Yeah.
It's not treating symptoms.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
Studies show when taken with another prescription, this prescription helps stop these symptoms from that prescription you're taking.
Side effects may include a need for this prescription, though. Yeah.
That's crazy. Like you can literally not eat anything.
So this whole hold up, the whole reason why, because it's like you could even say like the prison population is a side effect of them not wanting to lose the big pharma market. So it's like we don't have no intentions on putting nobody in jail, even if we didn't. But because we got to keep this illegal, people are going to go to jail, and we can live with that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Not only is the people going to jail, there's children suffering obesity.
Yep.
There's people dying from diabetes, high cholesterol, stroke.
And the damn opioid shit.
Yeah, and
that's
then you
crazy.
got other people who aren't even sick, who just have access to extra drugs that are dying from taking drugs that they don't need.
And then giving them another, like you look at dope fiends. When you try to kick heroin, they give you methadone.
Yeah, so my girl's father, he just survived cancer.
Woo!
Fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer.
And he had to get himself off the fentanyl.
Right.
You know?
Right. You did tell me they had him
and
on
that's
fentanyl.
It's been hard, you know.
Yeah.
Like he'll come out cool, and then he'll just be an asshole some days, you know. But you know what it is. You see this man, he got a new lease on life, you know, but he's addicted to, you know,
this
fentanyl.
thing got a hold on him.
Yeah. Like, because fentanyl, methadone, heroin, they're all the same kind of drug, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, these are all opioids.
Yeah, but he's working so hard to get off of this shit, you know, just because he sees himself. Like, he knows who he is, you know, so, like, he's not a fiend, you know? Like somebody who doesn't know who they are, and they're just like, oh, I gotta keep doing. It's controlling me, you know.
We've been exposing all these evil entities, man. Like last week we got at Walmart. This week it's the FDA and the DEA. Like these are giant entities that, from the outside looking in, are probably unstoppable. Like you're not gonna be able to stop the FDA. You're not gonna be able to stop the DEA. You're not going to be able to stop Walmart. It's like, where do we get the hope from? It's like watching this marijuana thing. It's not a direct correlation, and I'm not going to make it sound like one. It's kind of like you have a white Major League Baseball team, right? Mm-hmm. A white Major League. Mm-hmm. And then you get Jackie Robinson. So it's like, it's people dying. It's people going to jail. It's people losing their families. It's people losing their jobs. Right? Mm-hmm. But we chuck you a bone. We're going to make it legal over here and over here.
Yeah, so you can go enjoy it.
Right. But these people, they still going to stay in jail.
Yeah.
And we got to keep our death count up.
Yeah.
But you can enjoy it over there.
Yeah.
Ray is going to sit in there. Because he had a couple jabs on him bagged up and ready.
Yeah.
So he's going down. But
Carter show you the $12 grams, the $15 grams, and the $17 grams. Mm-hmm. And then Becky over there, she has the pre-rolls and the oils, lighters.
And then Dr. Carlson is gonna prescribe you 2 ounces this month.
Yeah,
that's fucked up, bro. Like it's a broken chain, man, and it's like really, really big. Like I remember the first family when I found out about what was it called? I think it was called Charlotte's Web, the original CBD to cure seizures. The lady lived in a state where it was illegal to have medical marijuana. So she had to up and take everything they owned and move to Colorado.
Oh yeah, with the little 6-year-old girl, 7-year-old.
Yeah, wasn't that in North Carolina?
Oh, no. It was the kid was suffering from seizures from like 2 to 4, like almost dying on a daily basis.
They were saying she was having like 6 seizures a day.
Yeah,
and then
then it got higher and higher, like 50. It was at 50 a day at a certain point.
And now that they live in Colorado, she said you might have 2 in a month.
Yeah.
Like, how could you keep the people pinned down in light of something like that, man?
I mean, the same way. I
know how you
look how they're physically doing it to Mexicans right now. They are physically taking Mexican families apart at the border, physically.
Boy,
they don't give no fuck about none of that.
None of that.
The only thing that matters is the pieces of paper with the people that look like them on them. You know?
That's crazy. So next time you go to get your prescription filled, might want to think about that.
Yeah, man. You might want to, I don't know, drink a half a gallon of water.
Drink more than that.
Like, just wake up in the morning, drink a half a gallon of water, stretch. Stretching is so important, man.
Stretch in the sun.
Yeah. Like,
let them rays hit you.
You see how much that affects you in a positive way. Mm-hmm. Like, there's so many ways around it. Like, all right, just watch what you put in your mouth, literally. Like, water is always going to be the answer, Always. I mean, better food. I mean, they got the GMOs and the lettuce and the
Hey, the more broccoli you eat, the less likely you are to get colon cancer. So, let's just, Yeah, man. That is a fact.
And get the shit out of your body. Mm-hmm. like, I'm walking around with a gut. Because I'm literally full of shit. Like, you just gotta get the shit out your body, man, and see how that affects your body. Yeah. And see how many less prescriptions you're gonna be on next year.
You know who needs to get the shit out of their body? The governing board at the NFL.
Yeah, man.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
So all my NFL coverage is gonna come off of Twitter this year. Same as it was last year and the year before that. It's like, I don't really know anything about the NFL. I read articles about the regulations they pass.
I'm not watching.
But I haven't watched the actual NFL game in 2 years.
And I was the guy that when it's the NFC Championship, man, come to the crib. I'm going to cook. We're going to have drinks. We're going to have a good time and watch this football game, man. And it's like, now I feel like I cannot in good conscience be that person anymore. Like, I was going to buy a Walter Payton jersey for this season to wear every Bears game.
So me, I always wanted to go to Soldiers Field, right? And I finally got free tickets to the Bears game, and it was Colin Kaepernick's last game in Chicago.
How ironic.
And I got there. We took the train instead of taking an Uber.
Yeah, let's hear the tragic chain of events.
And I got there 1 second, like, as he was standing up. And I looked over, and he was standing up, like, fuck.
You missed the kneel.
I missed the kneel, man. I don't know what else happened.
The Bears lost.
Oh, yeah. No. The Bears won that game.
Oh, okay. That's a different game. I remember you was telling me, you was like, your car got shot up there.
Oh, no, yeah. That was the 1 minute of football I watched last season.
Oh, on television.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've only been to one game, and it was Colin Kaepernick's last game in Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I was looking at the thing that sparked it back up for me is I was looking at T.I. publicly say that it's over with for him. Like, we boycotting the NFL, y'all. Like, it's on.
See, I feel like Colin Kaepernick did it for me. Mm-hmm. It's just the NFL's response to Kaepernick is what's really pissing people off. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, so y'all ain't finna do nothing? Like, I could see if the NFL was like, all right, we're gonna set up dates where the star players from our teams, each team star player, and the police departments in that city do like a joint barbecue, back to school cookout, where you see the NFL and the cops talking to the kids. Like, that would have been a great idea. Would have been
fantastic.
You know, like the Chicago Bears and the Chicago Police Department, the fucking
New
New York
Giants.
Giants.
That would be to take the kids to meet the guy that's controlling the officers in your neighborhood and the star player of the Chicago Bears one day.
Yeah, you know?
That's like
if the NFL did that from the top down, like San Francisco, fucking Oakland, fucking Miami, like cities that need, people, cities that need better relationships between the cops and the community.
Yeah.
Like, if the NFL would jump in and do that, that would be enough for Colin Kaepernick to say, no, I'm not going to kneel next season. I'm down to play. I'm not going to kneel. I promise.
And it's like, yeah.
If the NFL did anything, you know?
And I think that's what did it for me, because what you're saying right now, if they just did something, anything other than what they're doing now would have been enough for me to say, okay, I'll give it one more season.
Yeah.
But it's like they publicly saying, fuck y'all. And you know what the biggest spit in the face is? You know what the Super Bowl is this year?
Where?
Atlanta.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's
the highest concentration of African Americans in the country.
It is? Atlanta?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
You know, they was calling Atlanta like the new Black Hollywood, and it's like all of these movies are taking place. Like, that's why I think T.I. is so important.
Because T.I. is like Snoop of Atlanta.
Exactly.
Like,
he's
Snoop
the Snoop
is Hollywood,
of the South. Like, he's,
yeah, like Snoop is California, so T.I. would be, man, so who is us? I would say Common. I would say Chicago's kind of intellectual.
I would stand with Common.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And Chicago's an intellectual city, more of a place for lovers. But if you get out of hand, we'll knock you out of your hand. But yeah, I would say, yeah, Chicago is definitely Common.
Yeah. But yeah, T.I. said it. He was on an interview with Jemele Hill, you know, which is also infamous for her commentary on the NFL. You know, she was doing the 6 with the other guy. They was doing the 2 black hosts for SportsCenter at 6. Yeah, so basically she had T.I. on and interviewed him about how he felt about the anthem rule. For those y'all who don't know about the anthem rule yet, the anthem rule is where you have the right to stay back in the locker room during the national anthem, but if you come out during the national anthem and kneel, you'll be fined. Yeah. What was it, like $15,000?
Something stupid.
Yeah, something stupid. But that's the national anthem rule. And T.I. officially announced that he was boycotting this year, and I'm going along with him, man, because it's like they could have did anything. Now, but this is what they do.
And now we can do anything.
Yes, we can.
We can maybe even travel up to Wisconsin and watch the foliage change colors, do some apple picking, and other fall activities.
Hey, man, you are tying it together like shoelaces, my brother. Good job, my brethren.
We could have great Sunday afternoons of just, you know.
You can actually go to church if you want.
Yeah.
You ain't got to sneak and put the phone in the baby crib to watch the game during the service. Yeah. You know, and I was talking to it's some people that still got the stance of, well, what about all the brothers that's millionaires because of the NFL and the people they take care of? And it's like, I kind of feel like that's a false equivalency.
Them brothers gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Because
what we doing is for
what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is, black people make up 12% of the free population of the United States of America.
The free population.
So they gonna be all right. Because the people that are still watching the NFL are still going to be watching the NFL, still paying for jerseys, still paying for hot dogs and bratwurst at the games. They're still going to be making their money.
And all of that shit.
We just not watching it.
Yeah. And I think that's what we're doing now, and the decision we make now is this will be paramount to what's going to happen to your kid when he's old enough to enter the draft.
You see now, because you got to figure it went from slavery to Malcolm and Martin. And then now we're here. So if we don't push back and get back to Malcolm and Martin,
we gonna need a Malcolm and Martin.
yeah, no. If we don't push back and get back to Malcolm and Martin, eventually, in a few years, we're gonna need another Harriet Tubman.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying. Like, and so
powerful.
We gotta, yeah, man. It's definitely time to step up because if you're not stepping up,
you're stepping back. Woo! You're killing them today, boy.
Yeah, man. You have to. We definitely have to.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm just gonna take a stance right now, man. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're listening, hey, really think about the consequences of what's gonna happen if we don't move together and really make a decision that's affecting our rights as a people, as a community, and what we really need to be taking a stand for. Because let's all keep in mind that what originally happened was we are kneeling because of unarmed black people that's getting murdered in the street.
That's it.
And you're getting a fine if you take a stand for that now. Or you got to stay in the locker room.
And this is what I don't understand, man. It's only 12% of the population.
Yep.
You know, like, let the little 12-year-old boy cut the grass.
Mm-hmm.
What's that going to do? It's either going to, and it's not it didn't look like a bad neighborhood. You know, like, it can't be that bad of a neighborhood. People are paying you to cut their grass. Mm-hmm. So it's a decent neighborhood. This was already going to be a decent human being. Like, it's not like whatchamacallit, it's not like you know he's another, what's his name? Yummy
Sandifer?
Yeah, this ain't no little Yummy, you know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't out here killing people for candy. He's out here cutting grass. Probably to get a pair of Jordans. Or
you know, this is the ultra-American way, man. How do we move? Unilaterally.
Yeah.
Like, man, I'm not going to take time to put you here with me. I'm just going to go through you.
Yep.
You know, fuck you, fuck your feelings and everybody that look like you, literally.
But, like, I mean, just, I want to say just leave black people alone. It's only 12% of the population.
Hey, man.
88% of Americans do not classify themselves as African American.
Yeah.
88%.
That's wicked.
Like, there's 17% of the American population is Latino. Mm-hmm. Like,
yeah,
that's more than the black people.
Yeah. I mean, and then you look at it like you only see this form of black in a couple different ways, right? Mm-hmm. You see him being extreme victim, extreme perpetrator, or extreme body.
Yeah.
I mean, when I say body, I mean literally.
Like,
so,
like a Mike, like a Shaq.
Yeah, or Serena Williams.
Or Terry Crews.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. If they weren't the fine specimens of humans that they are.
So Terry Crews is body and victim.
Yep. These are the only ways that you see in black people. And it's like, for this boycott thing, are we seeing victim or perpetrator? That's crazy. That's actually a question.
That's the thing. Like, we're seeing black people, you know? And I don't understand why that makes people so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, what's so uncomfortable about seeing black people?
I don't know. I know what made me real uncomfortable. I was watching the Colombian man cut up Tony Montana homie in the shower on Scarface. That made me really uncomfortable. You know? But you get what I'm saying, though, right? It's like the image that's presented. And it's like you gotta let's look at hip hop, for example. Look at how the image of the black man has changed over the course of hip hop. Look at how many few people that we have in hip hop that actually promote responsibility and maturity on some kind of level.
Yeah. And it's never the first album. It's never the album that made them hot. You know? Like, so when they finally start talking like grown-ups.
Like, look at J. Cole. J. Cole is the perfect example. Look at J. Cole in the beginning and look at Cole now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, J. Cole is a fast example.
Like, yeah.
But like somebody like Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Who went from Reasonable Doubt to 444. You know, talking about credit and $8 million photo, I mean, $8 million portraits on the wall.
And I think that's diamond making right there, man. It's so much pressure being Jay-Z. Like, I bet Jay-Z was at a point where he's thinking every day, about what I'm gonna say. When I decide to say something, what am I gonna say?
You see, and now I think that's why Jay-Z made it. I don't think Jay-Z could have survived if he came out now. Like, Jay-Z had this whole Phantom of the Opera mystique. He only came through to make the money, pick it up, or drop it off, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and you never saw Jay-Z outside of a booth or a show.
Yeah.
You know? And like, with this whole...
The camera age, I don't think we see a lot of people making it. Like, can you imagine if the internet was around when Jodeci was popping? Oh my God.
Nah, man, no. I mean, the camera age definitely ushered in the way for Me Too. Because now there's proof of everything that's going on.
And everybody can talk to everybody at one time.
At one time.
Yeah.
Like, Terry Crews could have literally got on his phone.
And put dude on camera right there.
Went on Facebook Live and been like,
And look,
y'all.
He didn't even have to say nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Like, this is my meat. That's where it leads. This is what's happening right now.
Yeah.
Should I punch him? If I punch him, are y'all gonna press charges?
But to be fair, since we've moved on, as far as the Terry Crews thing goes, I just want to be fair and say when things happen to you, it's hard to say how you're gonna react until things happen.
Man, I feel like
you can't say definitely what you're gonna do until you have to do it.
so the whole Terry Crews thing. Right?
So I just say that to say I'm not trying to pick on nobody for saying that they've been victimized. That's not what it's about for me.
So I guess the thing that bothers me most about the Terry Crews thing, right, is the Russell Simmons to give him a pass. You know?
Right. That's what I
Like-
don't know about. Tell me about that real quick.
So Russell Simmons sent him an email or a text, or he called him and said, "Hey man, just give him a pass."
For real? Like, that's facts?
That's facts.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't understand why Russell Simmons would do that.
I
Like, is that equivalent to Jay Prince saying, "Hey, don't put that song out"?
don't know, man. That just is scary on a whole nother level because now it makes me think of what Russell Simmons is saying to people in the industry that he has the most power in.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
what are those texts?
has
say?
he done this to people? Or, did he go through it to get to where he's at? I mean, yeah, they say that, right? I don't know if Russell Simmons got Me Too'd.
Yeah.
But who said it?
Didn't Kanye say that?
Jay-Z said it? Oh,
Kanye
yeah,
said
Kanye said it.
Yeah.
And then, it was I understand Russell Simmons came up in the 80s with a lot of cocaine and they don't remember weeks at a time.
Yeah.
And it was just a little looser, a little safer. There wasn't as much HIV out there, you know.
Cocaine was closer to being pure.
Like, all right, so maybe people did things that they didn't remember and people were a little looser.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And then you wake up and you're sober for a week and you start remembering things. And that person that was just as high as you were that day was, you know what I'm saying? I'm not defending anybody.
No. I know. I get
know?
what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying. Like, possibly this dude came from another time.
Yeah.
Where you could be so fucked up that something happened.
Yeah, when it happened to Russell Simmons, it might have been a time where it was the world was a freer place. But now you got...
So did the guy ever... Did we ever hear his side of things? Like, did he ever come out and say, well, this is what really happened?
No, why would he? He grabbed his meat. Yeah. It was a power pull.
No, I just power pull. That's not funny. It is, though. But I just
okay.
I was
You're
just
gonna
wondering,
see $150 million this year.
Because nobody has said anything about him not saying nothing.
What the fuck is he supposed to say? He been grabbing niggas' meat for years and making them $100 million.
I'm agreeing with that. I'm just looking at the sketchy side of things. Like, this man is not talking because he ain't gotta talk.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
like, would you know that dude had 11 heart transplants if I didn't tell you?
Nope.
He didn't tell you.
Nope.
It wasn't on the news.
Nope.
Number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wasn't on the news.
Nope.
He died after number 11.
Yeah.
And the only reason I know about number 11 is because they said he had 11 heart transplants after he died. But while he was alive and having heart transplants, he didn't talk shit about that.
Yeah.
He wasn't finna, hey, John Jay, this is number 7 right here.
Hey, y'all. I grabbed his dick. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not going on.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, he probably has a dick in his hand right now.
Right. So why does Russell Simmons have to respond to allegations? Because he responded.
He did?
Yeah.
Huh.
It was women that accused him of sexual harassment.
Oh,
Like one woman
like
said that he
allegations,
raped
period.
her. Yeah.
I thought you meant like in the Terry Crews
No,
thing.
no. I'm saying as far as being the alleged perpetrator.
Well,
Like the executive.
cause he's black.
He is black. He is black.
And he probably doesn't have as much money as, what's his name? Vin something.
I don't know what his name is.
Not Vin Diesel, not Vin Baker.
Shout us out to all the great Vins in the world. All right, I only know two.
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel and Vin Baker. Ving Rhames.
Nah.
That's Bing. Nah, but yeah, that makes sense. You just answered every question I had. He is black, and that's the reason why. Yeah.
And he is probably at the same party trying to get to the next financial level. You know, that like Terry Crews is trying to get from here to here. Dude is up here, and Russell Simmons is up here trying to get up here.
Yeah.
Like, it's power.
Yeah. So where is Terry Crews from?
Terry Crews is from Flint, Michigan.
Wait a minute. Flint, Michigan. So what happened with speaking of Flint, Michigan, what happened with the water situation in Flint?
Nothing.
See, and we don't even know.
I still see the same picture of the same girl.
Like,
It's
I don't
like
know.
a little girl holding a poster saying, Flint, Michigan has been without clean water since the date in 2014.
And this is
And they still
horrible,
haven't done
man.
anything about it. Now, that's what I want to know. Like, he is Mr. Popularity right now.
He does have a platform
Like,
from his victimization.
do you think that Terry Crews possibly talking about the water situation in Flint, Michigan is going to affect the way people see him in the Me Too movement?
I think so.
You think so? You think
mean,
people would take him less seriously if he had another problem?
Look,
like, oh,
it's
man,
just
this
like-
nigga just got problems, man. I don't want to hear this shit.
It's just like the Black Lives Matter thing. Like when you become an affiliate of the Black Lives Matter movement, when you come out to talk, that's what you talk about.
Yeah.
Like you're not talking about nothing else. There's other things going on, but you out here representing Black Lives Matter, so you got to talk about Black Lives Matter issues and Black Lives Matter issues only. So I guess as a member of the Me Too movement,
he can't talk about Flint, Michigan.
right?
Wow. Is that being politically correct? Is that being included? Is that being, what is that? Is that inclusion? Is that, because if he says something about black.
I think that's gang.
If he says something about Flint, Michigan, does he get excluded from the Me Too movement?
That's a question that I don't have an answer to.
That's petty.
I don't know. I don't have a thought about it. I don't know what would happen.
That's so petty, you know?
I don't look. I don't know. I think that's most organizations though.
Y'all see that? I just shut them down. It's time to get back to the students.
Going back to no damn students if you ain't shut shit down, homie. Hell no.
I just asked him a question he has no answer for.
I do have an answer. I didn't want to say my answer. You gonna force me to say my answer, man?
Yeah, man.
Okay, ask the question again.
I said, if Terry Crews says something about Flint, Michigan, do they automatically exclude him from his inclusion in the Me Too movement?
I would think by default he would have to be excluded because he just changed the whole narrative. Like once you come out and give the thought-provoking, heart-wrenching testimony regarding the Me Too movement, and then you come out and get a thought-provoking, heart-wrenching explanation about the Flint, Michigan water crisis that's still going on, your whole optic is flipped. So now you are an advocate for clean water in Flint, Michigan.
So I guess now after he gave
I guess that's moving on.
Yeah, I guess he gave that heart-wrenching speech
Back to the students.
at the testimonies. So with that, now we see his end game. His end game is to create legislation,
right,
to prevent horrible things from happening. And if horrible things do happen, he wants rape kits available, and the material evidence to be around for the statute of limitations of the rape. Like, all the stuff he wants for the Me Too movement is very it's good stuff. It's understandable.
It's the things that should be in place already.
Yeah. But to go from the Me Too movement and actually get stuff passed, and then you can not stop talking about it, but you can move on in your life to other.
You can tackle other issues. Yeah.
I think it unvalidates him, or is that a word? Unvalidates? Like, it takes his validation away.
Invalidates.
It invalidates him if he does decide to jump on the Flint, Michigan thing, because he's feeling powerful now.
Yeah, because you're becoming something else. You're not a victim anymore.
Yeah.
Now you are a crusader.
Yeah.
And the Me Too movement.
But what I'm saying is the Me Too movement is maybe 2 years old now, maybe a year and a half old now. Flint, Michigan hasn't had clean water in 4 years.
Yeah.
So to get stuff passed in this movement and then go back to this movement, it would take away from him, starting off with the Me Too movement.
Yeah.
But I think
that's how it got to go, though.
I don't think the fact that
I would hope that that's in the plans.
I just think that, what I'm saying, like, we was talking about our Black Panther, and how, that's the thing about Africans. Africans, they don't come from countries. Any African will tell you, I'm African. I come from Africa.
Yeah.
Like, it's a whole continent, Like, they represent the whole continent. You got the proud
gigantic
Nigerians.
continent.
You got the
it's
proud
not like
Nigerians
driving from Chicago to Los Angeles.
Yeah, which is still like 27 hours.
Yeah.
Like, it'd take like 27 days to get from Egypt to South Africa.
In a car.
Yeah. And there's probably no roads at certain points on your journey. Yeah, you just gotta cut through bush.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
thought provoking.
But you see like a Akon who's creating cities and bringing clean energy and clean water to massive amounts of people.
He's changing life as we know it.
Like, I just wish Terry Crews would have been a Black Panther.
Don't speak too soon, man. He's still prominent. He's still big and black. That's never gonna change.
Yeah.
And like you said,
I see. We don't know about his kids because the next So I think Bron might be the next Joe. I seen his boys going off. I seen his boys going off in 8th grade. I think he's got a son in 9th grade, and he was he tried to dunk somebody.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, Bron might be the next Joe Jackson.
I welcome him to it, man.
Or LeVar Ball,
Yeah. Because
he would be the next LeVar Ball because he's basketball.
But shit, he's an outspoken gentleman himself, so that's why we love LeBron James, because he gonna speak on it.
I love LeBron James more as a human being, because that's my comparison. That's my LeBron James, Michael Jordan comparison. Growing up in the 90s on Channel 5 and Channel 9, I watched Michael Jordan play basketball as a kid, and that was like the best thing ever.
Yeah.
But just knowing that LeBron James never went to college, but he paid for all his high school friends to go to college, and then he gave them jobs afterwards, and he still finds time to stop on his way to the stadium from the bus to sign autographs and just be an all-around good guy.
So, you know what? This is what I take from it. All right? This is my closing statement. So,
it is kind of how I'm
going to close it like this. We got a black man who is a victim of sexual assault that's not affiliated with politics whatsoever getting legislation passed. I think we can call that progress.
Hey, man, when you say it like that, I'm sorry for the cover art for episode 6, and so the thought that came to my mind as you said that was, a male slave getting bent over a wooden trunk, handcuffed to the tree trunk, and anally raped in front of all the other slaves on the plantation to show something, to prove a point.
The biggest, blackest one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now the biggest, blackest one is in court getting legislation passed. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's big.
That's very big.
That's big.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'm sorry, Terry Crews.
All right. We're back on the team.
We are back on Team Terry.
All right. So we're going to get up out of here because it's hot as you know what. And you said if we don't make it to an hour, we've surpassed an hour. So.
Yeah, man. I feel like it's so hot that we just don't know when to stop talking.
Yeah. So go on and give them the sign off, B.
Hey, man. It's time to get back to the students.
Double salute.